So this is actually going to be the last time I'm going to be at this desk, because I'm going to college. And I thought, what better way to start off our college year than by getting a new sketchbook. Or not getting one, I already had this one from like a year ago. If you've been here a while, you might remember me saying that I had 2 ELO sketchbooks, but I used the first one a while back, and just never used this one. Here we go, I did it. I'm gonna open this up, and we're gonna take this off as well. Oh gosh. This thing is huge. I got this new mic, by the way. You can hear literally everything. Okay, that's done. And now we actually are going to move this, so. I wanted to put stickers on my sketchbook because I couldn't decide what exactly I wanted to paint, but then I had an idea. I could just use my characters. Oh my goodness, I probably should have raised the tripod more, but oh well. If you're wondering why there's 3 of Corey, it's because I messed up like 3 times. The first time the printer printed him in like a bluish hue for some reason, and the second time I realized I had forgotten his beard. So there's like, and I didn't like how this one turned out, so I reprinted it right here. And now we're gonna cut these, which is gonna be difficult because, as I said, I couldn't find the scissors. Okay, I found them. Where should I use this thing? We're gonna use this thing. But this knife kind of sucks, so we might actually have to switch to the scissors. Well, this paper's pretty easy to cut though. Now you're probably wondering, why didn't I do this off camera? It's because I wanted the video to be longer. I'm going to regret that later, by the way. I want to make long videos because I like to watch long videos, but I don't actually really like editing long videos. Is this actually cutting? Is it coming out? I mean, kind of, I guess. Oh, I should probably specify. Some of these are my characters. Lloyd is obviously not. I feel like if you don't recognize him, you must be either significantly older or significantly younger than me. But, Season 4, Part 2 of Dragon's Rising got leaked because it gets leaked, like, every single time. And before I could escape it, I got, like, a major spoiler for the ending. And so, yeah, I'm cooked. My friend and I usually watch it together. She's gonna be my roommate in college. And so we can watch it together on our phones. Because we're not bringing TVs, because that's a waste of space. But yeah, I got spoiled. First time this has ever happened, actually. I managed to escape the other spoilers when it got leaked. But like, I know that the type of spoiler it was like, okay, this isn't permanent, so. Oh my gosh, I just tore it. Whatever. Maybe I should lock in and stop talking. But that was the whole point, was to get more footage of me talking while doing stuff. Talking about college, which I should probably talk about. I'm still gonna do videos. It's just that they're gonna be at a different desk. Probably like a significantly smaller desk. Yeah, this is just printer paper, by the way. I'm not gonna put them on sticker paper because I don't have sticker paper and my printer sucks, so. This, Marcy's like brown hair and their brown hair was a lot lighter, but it seems to have darkened like everything. I should probably hurry this up because I have plans later today. Okay, I think I should do the rest of this off camera. This is getting kind of out of hand. That took way longer than I thought it was going to, but we have all of them here. So now, actually, I gotta put these back anyway. I have this stuff that I used to wrap my books in high school because that was a requirement. Because the school was just incapable of doing it themselves for some reason. If I sound kind of like weird, it's because I was watching my friend's cat because she went to visit her family. And I'm allergic to cats. I actually have a cat, but I'm not allergic to him for some reason, and we don't know why. Okay, so we're gonna cut this much, and then we're actually gonna go down a little more. Oh gosh. Okay. This is... I'm realizing now there's a lot of things I probably should have done beforehand, but oh well. This here. This here. And you know what? The microphone is gonna be used. This is ridiculous looking. Okay. Now the problem is I have to lay this over this, and that's gonna be crazy. Alright, one more time. Okay, I'm gonna kind of block out where everything needs to be. Now I'm just gonna cut this out and I'll put them on the front of the little slips that they have. Okay. Now I'm gonna test this on something I don't really care about that much. Because I can always just write. This is Morse code for 38, by the way. We're gonna peel this back. We're actually gonna slip this in here the best we can. There we go. See, that worked! Doesn't help that my hands are really shaky. This is why you eat before doing stuff. That might be a problem, because that's a little too close to the edge, but we'll see what happens. I'm trying to get it as flat as possible, because that's going to be important later. Where is he? There. There we go. So let's cut this off, because there's no reason that should be there. Oh yeah, I posted that animation I was talking about, and I have another one I'm working on. Y'all seem to like it, so I'll keep doing them. I just wanted a way to show like more of their actual personalities, but I didn't want to keep like just talking about them because I'm not good at talking about how people interact. It's weird. I can show it, I just can't. Like, there's no way for me to explain how they would be in certain scenarios, like, naturally. After this, I really need to work on, like, an art fight attack, because someone attacked me, and I haven't revenged them yet, because I have, like, lost my motivation to keep going. Like, I have it for the first few days, and then I kind of just drop off. The attack was, like, really good, and I want to revenge it. I just don't have the motivation to currently, so, unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to do, like, simple headshots from now on. Well, at least for the end of this art fight. Next art fight, I'm gonna try to be more careful about how much I do. I might make a video, because I know I didn't do, like, the weekly updates like I tried to do last year, so I'm just gonna do one big video with a bunch of speed paints of everybody's attacks. Or the attacks I did for everyone else. By the way, to everyone who, like, did attack me in art fight this year, your attack is going on my dorm wall because I printed out a ton of them on, like, actual pictures paper at CVS. So yeah, if I ever, like, post a picture of my dorm or something, you might see your attack. I couldn't print all of them, but I did most of them. I did some of the older ones too from last year. Okay, my hands are shaking really bad, bro. I got this from my dad. For some reason his hands shake when he's hungry. But, like, unnaturally amount of shaking. And so do mine. Dude, who is just, like, roaming around my house? My dog keeps barking at them and I have to keep pausing what I'm saying. I know it's probably the maintenance dude because we live in, like, a rental. But it's still just annoying. Like, there's no reason for him to be roaming around my house because I know we don't need any repairs right now. He's probably here for the neighbors. I know they had a problem with, like, a leaking something with their dishwasher or under their sink. That's what it was. I think I'm gonna lay this, like, here. That way it stays... Oh, it's upside down. Dang it. I need to lock in. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to fit the last one, but that's fine. There we go. Okay. Oh my gosh, I put him upside down. Okay, we're done with that. So now we have to post them on this thing. There we go. Okay. We did it. First one down. I can overlap a little bit, actually. That way we can save more space. There we go. Oh my gosh, we're at 42 minutes in the footage and I haven't even started decorating the sketchbook yet. Bro, we're cooked. It's not enough space, I don't think. We're gonna have to find another solution for that. Oh my gosh, someone just knocked on my door. If them Jehovah's Witnesses are back, I swear. Sorry, he's still, like, knocking and he won't go away. I'm about to go up to the window at the front door and just stare at him. So we're just gonna cut all this out. My scissors were not built for this, but that's fine. They can suck it up. They've lasted me this long. I've had these things since, like, elementary school. I think 3rd grade. That's kind of crazy, actually. Now we have all of them, and we're just gonna cut the excess off to get them down to, like, actual sticker size. We have done the stickers. And I think the dude has finally got the hint. Let's decorate it. And we're gonna do the first page too, if I have the storage space. Because right now the video is up to 57 minutes, so... I know I want all of them to be together. And we can overlap a little bit if we have to. In order of appearance. I might stick this one on the back, actually, if we run out of room. I think I'm gonna go ahead and paste these guys down, because I know where... What am I saying? So let's just go ahead and do that. I like this, because the only time I've ever made stickers, I did them like with traditional art, and I know the lines can get kind of messy, and the colors can be a little splotchy. So I like this. There we go. I have 4 minutes of recording footage left! Holy crap, okay. I might just have to like, cut the X's off, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, we're gonna post him down. If I can get this off. Okay. Okay, they're overlapping, but I think that's fine. And I now have 3 minutes, so I think I'm gonna have to edit this first section down, and then I'm gonna have to just do the first page after. Why is this peeling up? Okay. I might just do like the gold sparkles that I usually do with like a pen, and then we're gonna stick this one on the back. There we go. It's probably good enough. Let's stick these here. Alright. And we're done with the cover. No, we're not. We're gonna stick some of these here. Okay, now we're done. And I will see you when I'm done editing this first batch of footage so we can do the cover page. So after deleting a ton of old videos that I had that I didn't really watch or need, I managed to get about 30 minutes more of footage, and I thought if I didn't talk, then I could get it all done, but I was wrong. I did manage to get Corey done though, which is good. One of the problems I had with this drawing was getting the colors right. I had to do a ton of swatches. Although it's probably good that I did all those swatches, because now I know for the future whenever I want to draw them and I don't have to go looking again. Although I might adjust a few things. Like, I think the color I used for Corey's skin tone was a little too red. Okay, I had to switch back to the old mic because for some reason the new one keeps popping whenever I try to do a voiceover. Which is weird because it works perfectly fine if I'm recording with my actual camera. I guess in the future I'll just have to do more talking videos instead of voiceover ones. Which is not bad, I do like doing those. But I also like watching stuff while I draw. Like, I'm pretty sure here I was watching someone streaming. Streaming actually sounds really fun. I don't know how well it would do if I was just drawing something. But I don't know, if y'all are interested in that, just let me know. I have no idea when I'll have the time to do that because I know I would get interrupted by somebody in the household or my future roommates. But I mean, I guess I could try. For some reason, when I did the highlights with the little gel pen thing, it made it look like his eyes were watering, which I did not mean to do. It could be because I usually only draw him with one highlight on like the bottom part of his eye. But other than that, I like how this one turned out. And now you are going to watch me do the rest of them with live talking. Okay, we're back. And it's actually been like a day since last time. 2 days maybe? I can't remember. Going back at it. Yeah, I did all the swatching and everything, so we should be good. Actually, yesterday, I went to the mall, because there's a pottery place in the mall near me, and my friends and I wanted to make some little painted pottery things before we went off to college together. I can put up a photo of the one that I made. It was actually inspired by my OC story, because it's taking over my life, I think. Yeah, Marcy's face did not turn out well. I don't like it. I did it at like 2 in the morning. Speaking of doing things at like 2 in the morning, I was trying to export that, the Trust Me animation from a light motion, and oh my goodness, it took so many tries because it kept crashing. And it would always crash when I was about like 85% into exporting it. I mean, I was about ready to give up. I haven't checked how well it did, but I know that animation meme is trending right now. I actually really like how it turned out though. But it did take me till about 3 AM to actually get it out. And I didn't post it till today. And now I'm working on another one. It might be out before this video goes up, but it might not. It's I think it's called Twins on a Carousel. The song is, but I don't think the animation meme really has a name. When it gets closer to me being done writing and editing the scripts for the comic, I may start releasing longer ones. Because I have writing playlists that I listen to whenever I'm writing. I'm still on book 2. I may do some animations with the songs in that playlist. The problem is all the animations I want to do are kind of spoilery because like the really fun animations are all in book 2 and 3. Technically there's one I could do in book 2 with Ophelia and Dante, but you know, neither of them are like magical superheroes, and I know people would rather see probably Corey and Marcy. Corey's the one I'm doing the Twins on a Carousel animation for though. Okay, wait. And actually, in that animation, you're gonna be able to see the villain, because I kind of decided that it's not really a spoiler if I show you his design. Because, you know, you're gonna see it in book 1 anyway, and book 1 isn't really very lore. Well, it has lore, but it's more like setting up the characters and stuff. Book 2 is where everything just goes insane. And then book 3 rolls around, and that's even worse. Book 4 is actually a little more chill, though. Wait, no, I'm getting them mixed up. Book 5 is the more chill one. Book 4 is... well, I guess it's kind of chill in the beginning, because of the aftermath of something that happens in book 3. But yeah, book 1 is going to be from Marcy's perspective, and then book 2 is going to be from Dante's, actually. And then book 3 is split between the two of them. But then book 4 is actually from Corey's perspective. It's actually pretty much all about him. Obviously everyone else is still in it, but yeah. That's when you get to see his backstory. Oh my gosh, I like drawing her jewelry, but it's so hard to do traditionally. Because it's just so small and in the way. Like, I can't shade under her nose properly because of the nose ring. Yeah, again, it's pretty obvious who my favorite is based on the drawing. But I don't want to be one of those people who's like making one character such a big focus, even though the story's not all about them. Because that did happen in a show I watched recently that claimed to be character focused, but ended up focusing on one way too much. I have to be careful right here because I want her tank top to still be white. My main problem is I have the backstories for literally all the characters, even ones that aren't shown here. I have them all fully written, I know what happens to them, but the problem is I need to decide what's relevant and what's irrelevant to the story. What happened? Okay, that's not... I need this lid. Okay, I got it off. Dante and Marcy don't really have a ton of backstory that needs to be explained, because, you know, they're so young. And most of their backstory, I guess, would be what happens in the actual story. The only thing I don't know how to show is that Dante doesn't have a mom. I mean, obviously he technically does, but she's not, like, present at all. But I don't want it to be, like, some major plot point, because she, like, left when he was so young, and obviously that would have still affected somebody. I don't want it to be a huge part of his character, because the main point of that, like, part of him is to mostly show that Ophelia was kind of like his mother figure slash big sister. Positive female role model, I suppose. Because everyone needs one of those. Hold on, what am I going to use for the silver? I didn't decide. We can just do the cool gray. Go ahead and do her jewelry on the bits. I want to do the highlights on everyone because I'm hoping that way it'll make his eyes look less watery, because I didn't mean to do that. It just kind of turned out that way. I can't remember. I think I was going to do this for the pants and this for the shading of the pants. Yeah, the reason I wasn't talking in that last clip is because I thought maybe if I didn't talk, I could get everything done within like the 30 minutes that I had, but I couldn't. And so I ended up going back and just editing down the first few minutes of footage. I managed to get that down to like 11 minutes, which is kind of crazy considering it was like an hour and 2 minutes. No, it was like an hour and 20 minutes. So hopefully it does well. The sketchbook related videos usually do well, although the sketchbook tours tend to do better than like the starting a new sketchbooks. But I can do a sketchbook tour once I actually finish the one I'm on now. Because technically I'm not done yet. I don't want to use the blue-gray one because I'm about to use that for some other pieces of jewelry, and I don't want those to look silver because they're supposed to be light blue. Her earrings have like inverse colors and I can't remember which is which. I guess it doesn't matter that much. Oh my gosh, can you see that? I'm gonna have to outline that, definitely. And that's gonna be all for her. Go back over here and do some to him too. I might go back over it with the original skin tone. Hold on. There we go. Layering is very useful. I forgot how good the ELO sketchbooks are with markers, which is my main medium. Although I need to figure out which ones I'm gonna be bringing with me when I move. Hold on, I'm gonna do this before I forget. I always forget her freckles for some reason. They're supposed to be a little lighter than that, but oh well. Now, I think she has the same eyes as Ophelia. I have no idea what color I'm gonna do the 38. I made a discovery recently. It's that there are consequences to designing your characters so early. And it's that I now kinda like Corey's younger design better than his current one. I mean, his current one has a purpose, but at the same time, I really like how his younger version looks, because I like his hair better in that one. I mean, you're gonna see it in that animation, because that was the whole point of making a younger version of him recently, but I actually have... This is kind of what he looks like, but in the back, he has more of like a bun going on back here rather than the ponytail. I definitely like his current costume better than his old one. There's a reason I had to make his old one look like that. He's supposed to look more like a blacksmith in his old one because that's what he was when he was younger. A blacksmith apprentice. He never actually became a blacksmith. He didn't really get the chance to. There's not a ton of like detail in there that would point to that. Other than like his last name being Smith. That was supposed to kind of be like a joke because I know a lot of people didn't really have last names a really long time ago. And their occupation kind of just became your last name eventually. And so I wanted to kind of make fun of that. So like to Marcy and Dante, he's like this really old mysterious dude, but he has such like a basic last name for no reason. Oh my gosh, we're already back up to 30 minutes of footage. At least I'm almost done, I guess. Why does everything look different now? This yellow was warmer, I feel like, before. I don't know though, I want to make it balanced, because if I do pink, it's gonna be too much because he has like red in his design. If I do yellow, it's going to be too much because she has the yellow in her design, green, and then blue. So, and he also has orange. Technically his main color is like orange, but yeah. We could do purple, I guess. Maybe I should film a video designing the villain before I actually release that animation. I feel like that would be kind of fun. I'd have to be really careful though because I don't- Actually, I'm not going to say that because that might give something away. I had to stop talking here because the video footage was getting too long again. All in all, I think the video ended up being 2 hours and 30 minutes, which is crazy, by the way. Although I feel like everyone kind of does that now. YouTube videos have just become long movies. But anyways, I just did Marcy's highlights, and then I moved on to finishing up with Dante. Dante's sweatshirt was actually really hard to get a good color for because I don't have a ton of oranges, even though I have a ton of different markers from a ton of different brands. I mean, they're all pretty cheap alcohol markers, all things considered, but that doesn't mean they shouldn't put in oranges. I guess the skin tones technically count as oranges, which is probably why there's not any actual orange colors in here. Pastel colors are also really hard to find for some reason. I have a pastel set from Ross, which is okay. Actually, a lot of my markers are from like Ross and Walmart. I know everyone talks about how good the Ohuhu markers are, but I just can't with that price tag. So clothing stores it is, I guess. I ended up doing the 38 in red, which I kind of regret, but at the same time, I didn't have a purple that I thought really fit. And so I think red was like the next best thing. And that is the last thing I did. So here is the first page, and I'll show you how the cover and the back turned out. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Bye!